Namaste. Welcome to your Yin Yoga practice. My name is Astrid van Zon, and you landed in another Yin class with me about the Myofascial lines. So Yin Yoga is this style of yoga that is yet very simple and actually super slow, but has a very deep and profound, meaning also if we look at the energetic side, but also a very deep and profound way of working with the physical body, which is in this functional approach when we work with our myofascial lines. The myofascial lines are ways to categorize the body, ways to categorize asanas we're doing as well, with working on one particular line in the body in these classes. If you've done the class with me where we visited all the lines, you've seen that there are different asanas going with different lines. And then here today we're taking the lateral line, as we call it, which is the line on the outside of the body. Yes, it's the line also, if we look at our myofascial tissue, which is our muscle combined with the connective tissue in the body, it is the line that is holding us compact in the body because it's the outer line of the body. Yes, the lines are going on the inside of the legs, for example. We visited already the front of the body and the back of the body, and now we're going to the outer line of the body. Which means if we put there one of the three types of stress we work with in Yin Yoga, either tension, compression, or torsion, and torsion is not so easy on the outside of the legs, for example, but if we put tension, that by itself, we put compression on the other side of the body, because the opposite is just right and left. Yes? So we will feel that as well, working on both sides in one pose, which is nice, but in different ways. Okay? I can talk about this a long time, but this is not what this practice is meant for. So, yes, take a moment just to sit here and close your eyes. We will do more arrival in the next pose, but just for yourself to tune in after my words. Taking a good deep breath in. Exhaling and releasing. Feeling how you're supported by the earth underneath you. But also always this soft pull up to the sky through the crown of your head. And just arriving with yourself here in your own space for your practice. Just feel how the body is breathing through your skin. This slight expansion everywhere on your inhalations. This relaxation on the exhalations. And you're always welcome during this practice to prolong your exhales. It's giving comfort to the body and the mind. Exhales are always the invitation to surrender, to let go of anything that is not serving you, while the inhalations are giving us new energy. And while you sit here, feeling your whole body breathing, remind yourself of your intention of sitting here, being in this class here together. One good inhale together. Let it flow all the way to the belly. Exhaling, releasing. You can keep your eyes closed because I think the next posture is very familiar for you. Just find your way gently into child pose. You make your legs long first, because afterwards the knees will be bent again. And then find your way to a comfortable child pose for you. This is our starting position to visit the lateral line, which is running over the side of the body, all the way through the neck to the ear. You can make a little bit of space in between your knees. You don't have to go super wide, so anywhere where you come relaxed forward. So in yin, when we take child position, there's no walking the fingers forward, stretching your spine. You just have your elbows, your underarms, your hands relaxed in the mat, maybe even underneath your head. I leave that up to you. Taking the first minute, arriving, maybe a little wiggle, to start to feel comfortable, putting some props somewhere where you need it, where you feel the stress is too much right away. And then this practice, eventually, of course, we're working on certain lines in the body and making space there. This practice is also as much as a mindfulness practice, arriving in our own skin, being with our own breath, letting our mind rest. Sometimes not easy for the body to find that comfort or that point of stillness. Helping the body this time to arrive by, on your next inhale, finding all the muscles in your legs to contract. Inhaling, tensing all the muscles in your legs. And on your exhale, you release. Doing that one more time, inhaling, and you can also tense in your buttocks, in your belly. And on your exhale, you release. Feeling that sense of comfort and sinking in your skin on the exhalations. Just being here, breathing. While you're here, you might notice certain sensations in places that we visited before in other classes, like certain stress on the front of the body, or on the back of the body, or somewhere around your hips, which is one of the target areas today also. As long as this is a nagging sensation and not a stinging pain, you're welcome to stay, to breathe with it, to be mindful with it, and feeling how an edge, as we call it, like it becomes this super uncomfortable, to see if the edge is slowly ebbing away the longer you stay with a relaxed mind and a relaxed body. It takes the nervous system quite a while to get a notion of what our intention is of slowing down and not moving.
And with that, visiting the path of the least effort. So releasing in our muscle tissue. So eventually we can visit the fascia, which is this stiffer material that has a very slow response. One of the reasons why Yin Yoga is slow, of the slow response of the tissues. And we will stay with the legs in this same position for a while longer. So I give you now the opportunity, if there's anything you need to change or you want to roll up for a second, to do so. Anything you need to change to come back to this posture, please do. And then we start to visit this lateral line over the torso on the left side. Just simply by walking the hands more to the right. Not so much making the pelvis going up or the left buttocks away from your heels. Just walking the hands away. Bringing the torso more to the right. So you start to feel this stress on the left side of the torso. Coming from your left hip over the left side. Stressing all the tissues in between your ribs. Feeling it maybe through your armpit, your arm. And making sure your arms are relaxed. Don't have to reach somewhere. And then start to direct your breath, especially to the left side of your body. Like you want to push out this left side of the ribcage, really fill it up on your inhales. And releasing on your exhales. Noticing if you are tensing anywhere unnecessarily. You're trying to push the body in any position. We're just using this gentle form to arrive in the body. And then the body can do its work. Breathing into the left sides, especially. Releasing in that left side. 3 more breaths before you walk yourself back to the center. At the same time, taking notice, observing how especially this left side of the body is feeling. And making your way back and feeling this change, this phase change of your tissues while you arrive back in your center. Observing the difference between left and right. And then using your hands, coming closer to your knees, underneath your shoulders, and with a soft push and with the head staying low, rolling back through your spine. giving it time. If you start to feel dizzy, have your eyes open. Just being here for the body to rebound, just a few breaths before we visit this left side again, but just in a different posture. There's many ways of doing this, just experimenting with the body, what we can do to visit this left side of the torso. And for now, releasing your legs, bringing them sideways, and bringing the body like sideways on your mat. I have to watch my microphone here. To find a position like this, you can have this leg a little bit for support. And if you're okay or you have some pillows, you can start to lean into these pillows. This will increase this line on the sides. But you have to find a way to support yourself, what is nice for you to do. And the support, if we look anatomically, I would say start with your elbow underneath your shoulder. So you're not hanging too much in the body. And then bringing this leg forward, so this leg can be just long. Now we're actually working on two sides of the body on the same line. We're working here on the IT band, which is very stiff material. It keeps us very compact in the legs. And we're working on the upper torso. This is not a 5-minute pose, so don't worry. Just as we would say, hang out here for a minute or two. Yeah. And breathe into this left side. If you want to enhance, you can direct your right ear actually to your right shoulder. If it's too much, then you can visit the other side, let your head hang. Just feel what's okay for you. Anything that is relaxed, so if knees want to bend slightly, let it happen. Just breathe. Letting the body sink. If it wants to sink in between the shoulder blades. We're doing 3 more breaths. Taking the opportunity to observe your body from the inside, how it feels, before you gently, with the help of a hand in the floor, swoop yourself back to whatever is comfortable for you to sit. Might be cross-legged. Give yourself a moment to feel, to perceive all this body work we do. Feeling into your left side, feeling into your right side, feeling into your whole body. Breathing through your whole body. And then it's time to make our way back to child position again. So we can visit the right side. If you were using props on your left, you might want to take them already to your right.
So you don't need to do that when you come out of your child pose. Making sure you use any props like a rolled up blanket underneath your ankles when the stress is too much, or something in the back of your knees when the stress is too much on the front of the legs. And then just gently lowering yourself. We're first just arriving into our center, giving the belly some space in between the legs so everything can be relaxed and come to the earth. No big obstructions to release. You can wiggle a little bit to left and right if you feel you have to find your starting position. You can also repeat this tense and release, so tensing in the legs and the buttocks on your inhale. And releasing on the exhale, feeling the surrender. In this child pose, always find this beautiful image of releasing and surrendering myself to the earth, grounding, coming back to this child pose, but also this bow towards myself. Not bowing to anything else than myself out of full respect to who I am. This child pose saying thanks to my body, my breath, my mind, my soul. And then from this centering position, out of all that gratitude, starting to enhance on the right side by walking the upper body to the right without losing that connection, to the left, without losing the connection with the buttocks on the right towards the earth. And here again, taking the time to arrive. Releasing any unnecessary tension or holding in the arms, in the legs, in the body. You found your comforts. The invitation is there to start to breathe into your right side. Breathe in the right side of the ribcage, expanding in between every rib, all the tissue that is there, giving it space. We normally blow up the belly as a little beautiful balloon. Now you can imagine that that balloon is your right lung. You want to make that right lung bigger by inhaling. Releasing there on the exhales.
Staying here for 3 more breaths. This is always a beautiful time to observe how the body feels. Which is the opportunity to really invite the mind back into the body if it was flying out somewhere else. Then gently shifting your position to the center. Give it a little rest here. Since our tissues are having a very slow response, we not only quite long in all these poses, but we also take our time to go in and we take our time to come out. Otherwise, the nervous system needs to do a quick response to reset the body, and that only creates confusion. We don't want to create any confusion, we want to create more balance. So from here, slowly shifting to sitting, letting your head come last, rolling through the spine, back up. Maybe feeling the release in the hips, taking out the compression. Having your eyes open if you feel dizzy. Feeling your right side now meeting your left more. And it's time to release the legs finally out of this pose. Bringing them sideways. Finding your props if you want to use them. Being really on that side of the hip on your flank, which is a nice compression point, yes, on this lateral line we're visiting. And then bringing that left leg forward so you have support, but really releasing in the legs. If the knees want to slightly bend, possible. For support, have your elbow underneath your shoulder. Let everything hang and rest wherever it wants to be. You have the option to bring your left ear to your left side to really stress onto that right side of the neck to enhance that whole right line. If it wants to go the other way, it's good too, because we're also working on the left. If you found where you want to be, then it's practicing staying. Staying and breathing, especially in this right side of the body. The right lung, making it this beautiful balloon, filling it up with the color of your choice. Really feeling the stress when you breathe in between the ribs of the tissues, and the release when you exhale. We'll be taking 3 more breaths here. This is quite a challenging pose for most people, for the shoulders, for the elbows, for the arms. So
So take the opportunity to breathe into that right side, to release there, before you gently bring yourself back. Maybe using that left hand in the mat to rise, coming to a comfortable seated position. Observing your right side of the body. Observing the left side of the body. Observing your whole body. These observations is without any judgment of expectations of our body or the practice we put in it. Just observe, being curious. It's like getting notified by the body. This is happening. Hey, do you realize that is happening? Did you notice? I'm feeling cold here or warm. Hey, did you notice that there's a tingling sensation? Making ourselves the observer. Just getting all these notifications. You don't have to do anything with it, just take it in. Good. Now, next position we're going through. We can make a position with the legs to enhance, especially on this part. But which position that exactly is going to be, that is up to you. For me, I chose to go to shoelace. Oh, I choose to go here. But this is not easy accessible for everyone. Having this right leg on top, I already feel this pull here over the side of my buttocks and in the IT band. But if this is not accessible for you, you can do a broken shoelace, as we would call it. You bring the leg more off or forward, or you visit something like this, or half lotus might do the trick as well. I leave it up to you. Even sitting cross-legged with one leg, the right leg forward as the first, might do the trick. It's just a little bit of an enhancement for working on the side. So you choose where you want to be without going into very much of discomfort. Yes, we can leave this actually on the right side next to us. Having this on the right side for you. First, we're going forward, wherever you are and chose to be. Going forward and feeling how that is changing everything around that right hip. Maybe it puts more stress there and being mindful for yourself. So you can come halfway, you can keep sitting up. I leave that up to you. Just feeling into that right hip. Then I noticed I made a mistake, that your props need to be on the left side, so we will transition them with us when we rise up now. Because the right leg is forward or on top, we're going to make a little bit more space from the right again by bringing the body to the left. Now, not hanging in there like we did before, but now opening here on the right. And you're welcome to come all the way to the floor. Just feel for yourself. And to have an arm over the head. Not to hang into the air, but to find the head somewhere to rest it on. And again, you can breathe into the right side of the ribcage. Feeling the expansion from the right hip to your right armpit. But you also feel the legs working. You might feel nagging sensations around your hips. There's compression on the left side just above your hip, where the ribcage now is coming closer to your pelvis. Just observing all these things. And even though we're doing a functional approach class, you can observe also like certain emotions or feelings that are rising up while we're doing this practice. We cannot rule out the energetic approach of our practice. It's possible. You notice that your emotions or your feelings are shifting, or that you feel restless in this practice because this is the energy of the channel we're working on. It has to do with patience, comfort, but also with frustration and restlessness and irritation. One more good breath here. Releasing any of that comes up. Going back in stages, first the arm. Then eventually rising up, coming back to your center. Feeling the space that is there now on the left, which was compressed. Taking a moment to perceive. And then gently swapping the legs, bringing them forward. Give them a good breath here, so they have a moment to restore also, to relax. And then finding your way to the other side. And be mindful and respect your body. Possible that you can sit in a pose on one side and the other side is like less comfortable. Then maybe you choose something else, yes? I feel for myself, I want to go to a different position on this side, honoring my body to do so, taking the props to the other side. Feeling into it, grounding yourself. Your sitting bones are towards the earth. Feeling the soft pull up to the sky, arriving in this starting position, and then gently coming forward. Anywhere that is appropriate for you. Feeling into that left hip, left side of the outer leg, the pull towards the knee. Being very mindful with our knees in this practice, especially in these Pringle positions for the legs. The invitation is here to breathe through your skin, inhaling, let the full body expand. Exhaling, letting it release.
And letting your hands help to rise up again. Taking a moment to perceive the difference. And then in your own way, you start to migrate through your right. Keeping that left buttock towards the earth. And just like really pressing the left side up and open. Just can do this little motion of want to expand that ribcage to the left before you really land on the right and use an arm. Having your head anywhere where it can be relaxed. So your eyes can be facing the earth or somewhere halfway. It's not about doing a perfect pose. It's about having a perfect feel for you. When you found that position, emphasizing your breath, your left lung, the left lobe, filling it up. And exhaling and releasing there. Breathing very consciously, keeping the mind engaged and focused in the here and now, away from all the other thoughts that can still be there, but have less of our attention, so our energy can also flow to where we focus, where we breathe. To the expansion we make on the left side. 3 more breaths. Feeling into that left side before you rise. Let first the arm come down. That is already most likely a big change in what you feel. Bringing the body up to the center. Feeling the release in the body. All the different sensations coming. This shape-shifting of your tissues. We're talking more about all these feelings and sensations when we eventually go into this energetic approach of this practice. First, for that, it's good to have an understanding of this functional approach. What are we actually doing with our body? Our physical body. Feeling into your left, feeling into your right, feeling into your whole body, breathing through every pore of your skin. Then helping your legs to come forward. You can leave your props outside of the mat. They might become handy. And you can locate your belt and then roll yourself off to Savasana. I'm not gonna stay, but just let the body rest towards the earth. Maybe you wiggle your pelvis a little bit to left and right. Giving your legs the space. Arriving. Now to finish off the practice, we will go towards a twist. And for that, I'd like you to use a belt. To start with bringing both feet into the mat. Tilting your pelvis, bringing your lower back to the mat as well. And raising one leg towards you, so you can hook the belt over your foot. And then gently bring it up in the air. And the knee doesn't have to stretch fully, like extend fully. If it wants to bend a little bit, it's fine. Bringing your right leg long. And then without too much effort, the belt is just there so you can control the leg a little bit. And you don't have to reach, yes? In Hatha Yoga you might reach and now go to the right. We just use this belt to make it softer. And then bringing your leg to the right side, the left leg. Being in this twist where you can shift towards your right flank. Then it's up to you if you can rest your foot into the earth easily, then you do so. If it is resting easily into some pillows, then you do so. If you want to have the belt there, just to have a soft control on it without pulling that leg more towards you, then you can do so. Just tapping one more last time into this line over the outside of the leg, the outer side of the hip, while twisting in the spine. So with this twist, it's pulling towards this hip. Just resting. Letting the lower leg relax as well. There don't have to be any straight lines. Anything that likes to bend for comfort, let it bend. Just feeling into this soft pull of the tissues. Breathing into your body and releasing on the exhale. For your last 3 breaths, really check in with yourself. If you're making an effort, then let go of the effort. Then the leg doesn't have to come back up. You can simply slide it back, turning your spine back to the mat. And wherever you end up, make yourself comfortable. You don't have to be in line with your mat. Just rest.
Feeling how your left side is bouncing back. How the right side has a response on that as well. If you have any props on your left, you can bring them to the right. Oops. Take my microphone off before I squash it. Bringing both your feet into the mat, gathering your belts. Tilting your pelvis, so bringing your navel in, bringing your lower back to the mat and relax. And going with the belts over the right foot this time. Just having everything soft, making the left leg expand. Your right arm can go to the side. And coming into this soft twisting position, you can come onto your left flank. So with that, you reposition your pelvis again. Reposition your upper body. The knees want to bend, let them bend. Let the body find its way. There's only one way to start yin yoga practice, and that's from comfort. And then this longer we stay, our tissues will respond very slowly. Find a way. Line up all the fibers nicely in the direction where we put stress. And this stress is either the tension we're building or compression we're building. The fibers will line up in this line of stress, reorganizing themselves. This is the goal of our functional approach practice. Stressing the lines in the body so the fibers can reorganize themselves, coming out of maybe knots or intertwining. With that, we're creating more flexibility, more openness, less stiffness. So check your body if you're doing any effort here. Let it go. Check yourself if you're breathing from your fingers to your toes. Breathing through your whole skin. Be here. Three more breaths. Enjoying this twisting position before you migrate back. You can let go of this belt here. Just leave it in the floor. Sliding that right leg over the floor back. Bring your whole spine in the mat. Repositioning your pelvis, your upper body to comfort. Observing. I'm observing at the moment how lucky am I that I can practice with you, that this is online. Wow, so I can feel all these sensations. Being very curious at the same time what you are feeling. If there's anything you like to move in your body before you go to final relaxation, allow yourself. Maybe bring your arms in the air, bringing your legs in the air. Maybe bringing a little bit of muscle engagement in by giving yourself a hug. Then letting go again. Finding your Savasana, using any props if you like. And this Savasana can be on the back, but you're welcome to come on your front. Anything that feels comfortable for you and soothing and nourishing. If you have anything you want to place on the front of your body, like a pillow for comfort, on your hands, on your belly and your chest. Anything that feels good to round your practice up here. Bringing some attention to your face. Maybe moving the jaw. Bringing some space, opening up the mouth. Sticking out the tongue. Releasing. Feeling the expansion in the body. Just resting with anything that is arising for you here now. I be leaving you here and advise you to take really a few moments, a few minutes of rest, as long as you feel it's necessary for you. Before you're sliding into this full Savasana, let's give thanks for the body. Thanks for our minds. If we would have no minds, we would not be able to do our practice, to find all this position, to perceive all these sensations. Giving thanks to our heart and our soul. Giving thanks for every opportunity there is in life. And with that, let's rest. Surrender to anything that is arising.